Just think of ICE as vampires, and if you don't let them in, they can't come into your private space, whether it's the private space at your office, whether it's the private space at your home, regardless of the 100-mile rule or whatever. If you don't let them in, they can't come in, but they'll try to talk their way in. They'll try to do what they can.
Fear, intimidation.
But don't let them in.
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Honest, direct, and always thought-provoking.
Mayor's office says timing is critical. No, it's not. If you knew it today, you knew it a year ago. When you made your budget, when you created your budget, when you started writing your budget, you knew you didn't have the money. And you waited until after you put out a budget to get a substitute? That's garbage.
Download the new 1017 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
I was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Check it out one time.
Yes, back for another edition of Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth. Bailey Coleman and my very kind partner,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
That's right.
On a Monday.
On a Monday. You can tell it's Monday. Yeah, my throat is a little Monday-ish.
Monday throat.
The Monday throat. My guy Will back there producing this. Welcome, Will. Good morning, Will. How you doing, Will?
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Oh, my gosh. Homer is on assignment. Shout out to the homie, the big Homer. Yeah, he did the daddy-daughter dance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday.
That was this weekend.
Yeah, was that yesterday or was it Saturday? It might have been Saturday.
I think it might have been Saturday.
Yeah.
I know the tickets have been sold out for a long time.
Yeah, long time.
So I know it was cracking.
Yeah, I know, because you used to go, right? Did you go with your daughters?
I've never been to the daughters again.
You never took your daughters?
Nope.
Oh. Me and Kendall used to host a mother-son.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, back in the day.
I never did that,
Yeah.
I never, I did the cotillion once or twice or something like that.
You had fancy daughters.
So
you had fancy daughters.
They fancy.
Yes,
they
you
in
had
pockets now. Though.
I bet.
don't stop.
Look,
when they get old.
Okay,
they
look.
go to law school and come home.
See, I was blessed to be able to do that with my dad. The daddy-daughter dinner dance. That's what they called it. The daddy-daughter dinner dance. And then, I had a little cotillion or something when I graduated.
Yeah, the cotillion was cool because we got to do the dance.
Yeah.
And there's this whole routine that you got to learn.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Tuxedos.
Yeah, you got to be fancy, Daddy.
I enjoyed it. It was something she wanted to do, and it allowed me to be, spend time with her every weekend for about 8 weeks.
Oh.
You got to make that commitment.
Yeah, that's a commitment of time. I don't remember what all of it was, but I remember doing it with my dad. My dad would just smile.
Yeah,
it was proud.
It was a great time. It was great to, because she was the oldest at that time.
Mm-hmm.
She still is obviously the oldest because that ain't going to change.
Right.
But it was, it was fun.
Aw. See. All right. Look, how was your weekend?
My weekend was great, except for, I woke up. I didn't even wake up. I went to sleep. I took a nap on Friday. And then I woke up to check my phone or just to use the bathroom or something. And my guy had text, man, we just bombed Iran. I didn't reply. I just went back to sleep. Because you knew it was coming. You knew.
Listen.
You knew it was coming off of the way that he's been acting, the circumstances that the Republican Party is in, the circumstances that he is in. He wanted to wag the tail of the dog, and he talked about it at the State of the Union. And he was laying the case.
Yeah.
For
but see,
Iran.
you listened to the State of the Union. I was just like, you know what? I can't even do it. I can't do it.
And
I couldn't do it.
And it all makes sense now because he talked about during the State of the Union, they're killing protesters. And then I'm thinking, well, you kind of killing protesters too. So leave that alone. Buddy. That's not a good road for you to go down.
Yeah.
It's not a good road for you to take. That ain't gonna really work. But then with the honoring of all of the soldiers, which typically doesn't happen at a State of the Union, why is he doing it?
Yeah.
Because he's about to send them to war. And so he wanted to offset sending the soldiers to war with I really love the soldiers.
Even though
that's my Trump voice. I really love the soldiers. Some of you gonna die. And that's what he said.
And that's
It sounded like in Shrek. So I saw a meme in Shrek where somebody compared it to when the king in Shrek says, we're going to go out here, we're going to fight, some of you are going to die, but that's all right. And like Trump said the same thing. So
and he keeps saying it every time he makes a statement.
It was, and then Saturday I woke up to start looking into it, and I try not to get too deep into it because I had to go be with the youth. And, but I only had, a couple of my kids canceled on Saturday.
Right.
So I only had the one kid in the morning. And so I had time to start looking it up.
Yeah.
And reading it. And it's interesting to learn, like, a lot of people don't even know where Iran is.
Yeah. That part.
I had a college course, and I think it was Dr. Rogers. I had a college course, and at the time, I think it was something about Iraq. When weren't we in Iraq?
Right.
From 91 to whenever, right?
Right.
So he asked the class, gave him a map, put on this map where Iraq is. Do you know 80% of the class did not know where Iraq was? And these are college students.
Well,
I
mean, hey.
And that's all I'm saying. So as we start this conversation about Iran, I think it's important for y'all to understand where Iran is. It has the Caspian Sea to the north, Turkey and Iraq to the west, Afghanistan and Pakistan to the east, and the Persian Gulf to the south. So if you can picture those places, it's nestled right in between there. But all of those names sound familiar, right? Iraq, Afghanistan, Persian Gulf. These are places we've already been to war.
Right. Okay, so listen. If you don't remember anything else about Iran, the older folk that might be listening remember the whole scenario with Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan, right?
Yeah.
Where they took the hostages and all. Think back. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that was him. Okay, go ahead, Dan.
Nah,
Go ahead.
yeah. In 79, they took over. There was a hostage situation for 444 days where Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan were in the middle of an election, and there's some conspiracy theories that Iran colluded with, because Jimmy Carter had kind of negotiated them to be set free.
Right.
But Iran colluded with Reagan and said, no, you can't set them free until I win. And then the day after the election, they set them free.
Exactly.
And so, but then when you also look at it, you have the Iran-Contra deal that took place between America and Iran and the Contras in South America. They, you know, America wanted to give them money, but needed to find a way to do it. So they set it up with Iran to sell Iran weapons.
Yes.
And then the weapons they sold to Iran, they took the money and gave it to the Contras. But the Contras took the money and came to America and sold crack.
Yeah.
So as black people, there's another way that Iran is connected to us in regards to inadvertently supplying the means and the funds for crack to America.
That was all during the Reagan.
Yeah, that was the first 4 years.
Administration.
Yeah. And
where they were telling you not to do drugs. Wasn't that it? Don't do drugs?
Don't do drugs, but we're going to bring crack into the hood with Oliver
That was
North.
Nancy.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
So there's a connection to the black community because of Iran, and not just because they're in the Middle East and they're melanated people, but it was they had a hand in inadvertently, you know, because Reagan said, I'm going to sell you.
Right.
Don't release these hostages, and I'll sell you some guns. Sold them the guns, took the money, took it to South America, gave it to the Contras. Contras came, sold the dope via the CIA, letting them sell their dope or whatever, and then you get crack in the hood. And that's how
the crack epidemic
started. That's how the crack epidemic started, and then you got, you know, Nancy saying, say no to drugs.
No to drugs. That's what it was. Say no to drugs.
But even before that, y'all got to understand that Iran, let's get an understanding about Iran.
Yeah.
Iran has been around for 2,500 years as a government, at the minimum. Even before that, it goes back 4,000 years as a united, bunch of provinces and stuff like that. So they've been around for a long time.
And have had an established government for a long time prior to, what we're seeing now where there's a whole mess going on.
Now, just compare that to America. We're celebrating our 250th year.
Yes.
They talking about when they had a 2,500 year anniversary.
Yes.
So it's a little different. I'm just saying, so this last portion that we're seeing is not in the big scheme of things, and I'll break that down too. In the big scheme of things, they've only been an Islamic state in the terms that it is now. Since 79, 80, right?
Yeah.
So the last 45 years, that's it.
Yeah.
But they have a 4,000-year history, 2,500-year history, and that includes in 1906 being the first Middle Eastern country to have a democracy.
Yes.
They created a parliament.
Oh, yes. Iran was one of the first to have a democracy.
You would never think that. And as you start to learn these things, it was called the Majali. And as you learn these things, you're realizing that there's a big, long history in Iran that got us here.
Yeah.
That everyone tries to ignore and just you can't just stop in the middle of history and say, we're here and neglect 100 years of history. In this case, 120 years of history, starting from 1906 to 2026, where we are now. And then in 1941, now they've got this parliament in place, albeit that the parliament is still run by, the Shah or whomever, right? So they got this parliament in place. In 1941, during World War II, the Allied forces go in, they overthrow the Shah. The prince, the son of the Shah, takes over. Pahlavi. I may be saying this now. I may be butchering names. I'm not good with names. But he takes over in 1941. And then from 1941 to 1953, they have a true democracy. So what America tells, and we're going to get to that, a true democracy where they have people that are elected. They have a prime minister that's elected. The prime minister that's elected Name slips my mind right now. We were saying it earlier.
Mogadishu.
The prime minister that takes over naturalizes the oil.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard this story before.
Yes.
Venezuela just recently. A
Venezuela.
lot of different places where they have naturalized oil and then they go in there. Great Britain, the same people that separated themselves and made this country free. Mm-hmm. Great Britain and the USA don't like the fact that they've naturalized this oil.
Right.
So in 1953, they set up a coup.
They
set up a coup. They overthrow that government. They bring back the Shah. The Shah comes back. And now for the next 26 years until 1979, he's in control. But he's backed by America and Great Britain. And the people of Iran become to hate America and Great Britain because this is the country that is proud. Been around for 2,500 years. And the last 100 of them, they've been getting meddled with by America and Great Britain. So when you have that in mind, we'll talk about it on the other side.
Yeah.
But when you have that in mind, now you have a history as we start talking about what we are now.
Yes. We just trying to educate you.
That's all.
All right, look, we got more coming your way. Plus, there is someone from Milwaukee that is actually stuck in Israel during this time. Y'all know Israel teamed up with the United States to do this, right? We'll have more of all of that on the other side. It's Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Thank you, Milwaukee. Because of you, the second annual Truth Community Awards was an unforgettable celebration of the leaders, changemakers, and heroes who make our city shine. A special thank you to our incredible partners, Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Together, we're celebrating community, culture, and impact. We'll see you next year at the Truth Community Awards.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call and that's all.
They will do what they say they're gonna do. One call and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Parents can expect to use 2,500 to 3,000 diapers in a baby's first year. The Milwaukee Diaper Mission has distributed over 1.4 million diapers and other supplies for families just last year alone. This is WTMJ's Kristen Bry. Join me for WTMJ Cares Bowling for Babies, where we will raise funds for Milwaukee Diaper Mission. You can be part of it. Text BABY to the WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620, to support our WTMJ Cares effort.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Yes, another edition of Truth in the Morning. Bailey Coleman and my guy,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Homer is on assignment. So look, we've been talking about what everybody's been talking about You wake up Saturday morning and all of a sudden you're at war, right? Yep. And you're like, wait a minute, what just happened? And so, Dame, pick it up from where you left off. You were educating us on Iran and the government there, and
yeah. So a lot of the stuff that we see now was put in place or was ushered into place by the actions of, the West, of America, of Great Britain, with the CIA interfering with them in 53 when they had. So we can't go over there and say, oh, we're installing democracy and doing. They had that.
They had that.
And then we went over there and started messing with it. And we didn't like it because the democracy wanted to run their own country. They wanted to run their own futures, right? And so we didn't like that. So we was like, no, that oil under that ground is ours. Same thing in Venezuela, same thing in all these other different places where the natural resources become more. And a lot of times I say, if you check the bottom line, that's what it boils down to is and especially with this administration, is about the money. But it's always been that way. And so you get to 79 and the Shah is brought back. No, the Shah is overthrown. Right. And then you have the Islamic Revolution in 79, and then they take over. Then they install an Islamic government. So sometimes you trying to control something, and in trying to control something, you're going to create something that's worse than what you were trying to control.
Exactly.
In the beginning, right? So in 79, they come in, they take over, and that's pretty much where we've been till now. And then you got the turn of the century in the 2000s and stuff like that. And they got them saying they're sponsoring Hezbollah, they're sponsoring all of these other terrorist organizations that are fighting against Israel and whatever the case may be. But in their terms, they're not terrorist organizations. They're just war groups that are fighting against their enemies. So they're the same thing that America does when America supplies guns at that time to Iran in 79 because that was their guys. Right. So we're going to give y'all some guns and y'all can do what y'all need to do, fight against Russia, do whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But and it just changes. Anyway, so turning the century 2000, 2004, Iran starts talking about, nuclear capabilities. Right. They start wanting, because, on an international scale, when you want nuclear weapons, a lot of times it forces the other bigger countries to have to treat you a certain way. They can no longer son you. Right. So so to speak. They can no longer little man you. Right. You got big guns now. So I have to big guns. I have to give you a seat at the table. Similar to the way India, when they got nuclear weapons, when Pakistan got nuclear weapons, it was like, okay, we can't treat them a certain way no more. They can blow stuff up. Yeah. But they didn't want Iran to get that because they didn't want that to happen, and because of what they say about Israel and them being an enemy of Israel and them attacking Israel and this, that, and the other, right? So 2004, they start doing all of that stuff. They start coming up with nuclear capabilities. There's issues. Issues come about. 2015, Obama comes through, sets up the peace agreement. Right. Now, the Iran nuclear peace deal called the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action 2015 sets up, and what that does is Iran has to have, it restricts its own nuclear ambitions in exchange for the sanctions that have been placed on them earlier. I think Obama did that too, placed on them earlier in like 2007, 2008. They released the sanctions, so now they can get money. Right. Because now they won't get no money because they want to do this. So Iran is like, okay, cool. We'll stop our nuclear ambitions. We'll let the nuclear IAEA come in, and Industrial Atomic Energy Agency come in, and we'll let them inspect us 24/7 whenever they want to. They got access. They can do all of this stuff, right? So Obama set it up. Right. It's good. It's good. It's great. Nobody saying, ain't nobody got no qualms. The world feels safer at this point. If you felt threatened by Iran because Iran is like, we getting money, we straight, y'all can come in anytime you want to. And you have to understand, Iran has never attacked anybody. They've always responded. Right. They've never gone out and just attacked and done things like that. Let them tell it. Now, maybe they've had proxy wars and things like that. So there's really no fear of that. But they'll say Israel has done it many times over. Israel
you know what? They get on my nerves. Okay, go ahead.
So then 2018, your boy Trump is elected. 2016, he's elected. 2018, he says, we're not going to be in this nuclear deal. It's not strong enough.
Right.
It gives them too much. They still have long-range missiles. Well, it's a nuclear deal. It's not a missile deal.
Right.
It's not the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action for long-range missiles.
Right.
It's the Iran nuclear deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Iran is holding up their end, but Trump, for all intents and purposes, takes us out of the deal. Why does he take us out of the deal, y'all? Because Obama did it.
Yes.
Just like Obamacare.
Yeah.
Trump is his ego is so big that he takes us out of this deal. That's keeping the world safer. Let everyone else tell it, right? Biden gets in office, and they're still messing with Iran, kind of quasi back into the nuclear deal, right? Quasi, but Iran is still flirting and doing what it does.
Right.
Israel says, no, they're lying. They still have nuclear capabilities or trying to get nuclear capability. They're still trying to enrich their plutonium. Sounds like Back to the Future or something. But they're still trying to enrich their plutonium and all of this stuff, right? And that's funny because I think those are Iranians in Back to the Future. With plutonium and this, that, and the other. So it's funny. So it's not funny, but it's funny.
It's not funny, but it's funny.
And so just recently, Trump goes in and bombs Iran, right? Last year.
Right.
He gets back in office. He bombs Iran, says he obliterated their nuclear capabilities.
Exactly.
Let him tell it. And Jon Stewart has a great, and maybe we'll play that later, the Jon Stewart thing. But he has a great explanation of it, right?
Okay.
So he goes and he says he's obliterated it in 2025. Then he comes back now and says we got to bomb them because they got Well, you just said
you obliterated their capabilities.
Them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is it? What's the real reason for
that's one thing that in the 48 hours or however long it's been that they decided to bomb them that we haven't been able to come up with. What exactly are you doing? Why are you doing this?
Why are you doing? Hey, you got that Will, you got that let me hear that. Let me hear what Jon Stewart said. Will, did I just get you in trouble?
I dumped it just in case.
Okay. All right. There we go, Will. There we go.
Thank you, Will. But
Thank you.
That pretty much sums up the recent history of how we got here. And it's just astonishing that we are allowing this dude to take us to war without, any congressional approval. Now, if you're just bombing somebody, okay, Obama bombed a lot of people. But this isn't just bombing. They're starting a war.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
He said we are at war.
Absolutely. He's by his own admission.
And said life will be lost.
Yeah.
And then there's been life lost. Three military folks have lost their lives so far. And they said something like 5 injured, and he said every time he goes on television, y'all watch, don't just take my word for it. Every time he makes a statement about this, he said American lives have been lost and will continue to be lost.
He's setting y'all up. This is it. He's setting y'all up.
And the lives that have been lost will be avenged, which always means there's going to be more lives lost, okay? Whether he's going to put boots on the ground, which would be totally crazy.
It would be crazy.
Right.
There would be
boots on the ground would be totally, totally ridiculous.
Because have we learned nothing from Afghanistan? Have we learned nothing from Iraq? You put boots on the ground in the middle, and these are countries next door to these people.
Yes.
You put boots on the ground, you're never going to get them out of there.
Never. Now, it just so happens that, this was not like a solo venture, right? Not a solo venture. This is something that the United States and Israel are in cahoots about.
Right.
And they're actually trying to bring Britain in on it, but the British folk are kind of like, I don't really.
Well, this morning, Great Britain put out, or maybe it was last night, they're going to allow. They're not going to be involved.
But they're going to allow them to use their bases.
Which is being involved.
I mean, but at least they're not putting their people in,
Hopefully
right?
This isn't the start of.
And hopefully, then, okay.
Hopefully China and Russia don't see it as, okay, y'all ganging up on Iran, we finna come through and do what we need to do.
Right.
And it doesn't start something. And I don't want to scare people, but this is how world start.
Yeah, this is true. Hey, we got a call on the True Talk and text line, 833-212-1070. Oh, we should probably come back to that after we take a break. Call out. Red, hold on. We'll come back to you right after the break. You're checking out Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Hey, Truth Nation, it's your girl, DT. You want to mark your calendar. Saturday, March 28th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Cream City and Milwaukee chapters of the Links Incorporated present the Black Family Wellness Expo at Evolve Church. Free health screenings, mental health resources, nutrition and wellness education, family-friendly activities, trusted community providers, no cost, walk-ins are welcome. Let's strengthen and sustain healthy Black families together. March 28th, Evolve Church. Be there.
Artificial intelligence, or AI, is an emerging technology that lets users create realistic pictures and videos or change how their voice sounds. Unfortunately, scammers are using AI to disguise themselves and trick you on social media, in phone calls, and even video calls. Before you act, independently verify that requests for money are legitimate. Learn more at datcp.wi.gov. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection.
Thank you, Milwaukee. Because of you, the second annual Truth Community Awards was an unforgettable celebration of the leaders, changemakers, and heroes who make our city shine. A special thank you to our incredible partners, Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Together, we're celebrating community, culture, and impact. We'll see you next year at the Truth Community Awards.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
It's Bailey Coleman, Damian LZ. Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. All right, we got our Truth Talking text line going at 833-212-1017. That's 833-212-1017. You want to get in on this conversation. Red, we appreciate you holding. Good morning. What's your truth this morning, Red?
Hey, listen. I agree with some of the things y'all say, but another thing I don't. Evidently, y'all don't understand Islam, right? Islam, they want everybody to be Muslim. Now, if you ever read the Quran tells you if you're not Islamic, you consider the infidel, okay? And you don't put a nuclear bomb in one of the Islamic people's hands because they will blow up the whole world if they did. This is international security, okay? So I know y'all Trump haters and stuff. Has nothing to do with Trump. It has something to do with that stuff going back to Anwar Sadat and Malcolm Reagan back then. These people are untrustworthy. These Islamic people and those people. We don't know nothing about them people. Us black people don't even know about the people in our neighborhood. So how are we going to sit up and say, oh, well, they're doing wrong? Look, these people are international terrorists, and they want you to be Islam. They dog out their women. They still stone their women over there. They're killers. They're murderers.
That is a lot of unfortunately, Red, that is a lot of generalizing that you're doing, and a lot of it ain't racism because it's religion. So I don't know what you call it when it's religion. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
And to correct you, Pakistan has nuclear weapons, and Pakistan is an Islamic state. So you can't say you can't give them weapons because Islam is the reason why they're going to go out and create atrocities. It has nothing to do with the religion. Islam is one of the most peaceful religions on earth. Mm-hmm. I would be more scared of Christianity than I would be of Islam, because Christianity talks about, going to war and doing a lot of different things. But that's neither here nor there. Mm-hmm. I just have to disagree with you.
I mean, there are people that have been radicalized by different, religions and this and that. And to be honest, truth be told, I mean, one thing about some of those folks is they don't care. They'll strap a bomb to themselves and be the sacrifice. Yeah. So, I mean, you got to look out for that kind of thing. But you can't strap it to necessarily a religion.
Yeah, you can't. Anytime, exactly what you just said. And that's exactly right, baby. Anytime you radicalize anyone in any religion, you're left with someone who's on the fringes of reality already. And so they are easily manipulated into doing things. Because here in America, a lot of our domestic terrorism is done by those who swear by the Bible and are Bible thumpers, right? Mm-hmm. You got Timothy McVeigh. You got all of these different ones that, and I throw his name out there, but there's been others that, and they come from the Bible Belt. This is what they do, right? And it may not be religion that is pushing them towards there, but it is religion that is ushering them towards there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so anytime anybody is radicalized, you're going to get something bad that takes place. So that's whether it's Islamic religion, that's whether it's Christianity, that's whether it's Hindu, that's whether it's whatever the religion is, voodoo, whatever the religion is you want to think of. If you use it to radicalize and weaponize someone, you created a weapon out of that, and that's what's going to come from it.
Right.
So again, I say that to say, don't just blame it on. We're not finna do that. We're not finna just blame it on them being Islamic, and because they're Islamic, they have to be subjugated to Western control and whatever the case may be.
I mean, that's, a lot of that is like, just saying all black people eat chicken or something like that. You know what I mean? With regard to religion.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Okay, another call on the True Talk and text line. It's Lewis, 833-212-1017 if you have a question or a comment. Lewis, welcome to Truth in the Morning. What's your truth this morning?
Yes, I just wanted to say, how y'all doing this morning?
Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Okay, good morning. I just want to say, you know what, and this goes out to Christianity, those who Christianity listen. Y'all need to get in your Old Testament, the book. The Old Testament teaches you through Abraham, Muslims and Christians and Jews are brothers and sisters.
Facts.
Abraham's first son through the maid was a Muslim, and then his son through his wife was a Jew. So the devil got Jews, family fighting against each other. All come from Abraham, fighting. You believe in God, what's the problem? If everybody believes in God, what is the problem? That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. Thanks for calling. Thanks for calling, Lewis. We appreciate you.
And and this is what I hate to see coming, and it's going to start coming, is because of this war and because of what's taking place, there's going to be backlash against the Islamic people. But some of the most peaceful people that I know are of the Islamic faith.
Absolutely.
Some of the most righteous people that I come across.
Yes.
I'm not, I don't have the discipline for that.
Right.
I like bacon. I'm going to be 100.
Porky's your friend.
I'm going to be 100.
Mine too.
But I understand, though, that just off of my experience with them is that way. And, we had the shooting this weekend in Austin.
Right.
Where they said it was a immigrant from Islamic country, and he had on Property of Allah sweatshirt.
Right.
And he shot some people. This is what they want.
Yeah.
This is what, and for so many reasons, and this is what my theory on it. I'm going to give y'all my theory on why Trump started this war. That's how we started with the question. Why did Trump start this war?
Yeah.
One, to distract us from the Epstein files. We know that already. But also, two, the underlying layer is they went and got those files from Georgia.
Yes.
And they had the CIA lady there. And they were like, why is the CIA lady here?
Right.
Well, it comes out that they were going to try to blame Chinese operatives for messing with the Georgian election.
Right.
And use that as a reason to federalize the upcoming elections.
Right.
And whatever that may be.
Right.
Nobody's buying it, though.
Right.
Because China comes out and says, no, that wasn't us.
Yeah.
We ain't do that. Don't believe nothing he's saying.
Yeah.
He lying to y'all.
Well, then Marjorie Taylor Greene comes out and says she would not be surprised if Trump used all of this, the shooting and everything, something manufactured to try to stop the midterm elections.
And see, that's where I'm going. And so you started with this small shooting, and then it'd be like 9/11. And I'm not saying 9/11 was manufactured. There's conspiracy theories about that. I won't put my tin hat on right now.
Right.
But what I will say is what it did was usher in the ability for the American government to come through with the Patriot Act and take away a bunch of our civil liberties.
Yeah.
And we just gave it to them because we felt like we needed to be protected.
Yes.
I think something similar would happen. And so you need to create the atmosphere for that. And in creating the atmosphere for that, you go start a war with Iran. You piss off Iran. And now Iran, you think now we can have these Islamic terrorists, because people already got the stereotypes in their head. We just had to call and say that.
Yeah.
So it's already there. So now you play that up and you start having little things happen around the country. And then you say, oh, we can't have elections now. It's too dangerous for people to be congregating any place. We need to stop this. It's too dangerous. We're taking over the elections for the safety of the people. And then there's an executive.
Yeah. Let's go to the True Talker text line, 833-212-1017. Marquise, good morning. I hope I said your name right. You're checking out Truth in the Morning with Bailey and Damien. What's your truth this morning?
It's all good. It's Marquise, and good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
I think, it's more of a big. I think it's more of a big spiritual battle, and it's nothing about resources or oil or nothing like that. I believe it's something ancient, like an artifact or something that's over there in Iran that they're trying to go get their hands on and go bully themselves into and stuff like that. And I think this is more of a old religious war that's constantly fought. It's not on the Muslims and the Islamic faith and belief like the last caller was saying. I think it's about exposing the fake Israelites and Jews and stuff like that that's over there in Israel, because they keep becoming a problem in a lot of things that I see. And I think it's the Christianity and Zionist belief and faith and stuff like that. And it's all a big cover-up to get us distracted and stuff. That's what I think.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for your call. You know what? We got another one out the True Talking text line, and it's from Boosie. He said that they have the 10th Stargate. It's a fight with the fake Israelites, Jews versus fake Christianity, Zionists, and Islam.
No disrespect. We got the 10 hats out today.
Okay.
He did 10 Stargate. I remember that movie.
Listen, we'll talk about that on the other side, Damon. Okay. Plus, we're going to hear from someone from Milwaukee that's stuck over there. That's coming your way next. You're checking out Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to NBA content creator.
It starts with a spark. At Milwaukee College Prep, they nurture that spark from age 3 through 8th grade, building scholars with knowledge, character, and confidence. 88% of their students face economic hardship, but that does not define them. At MCP, they see students' potential, and they help them live up to that potential. 4 campuses, 1 mission, college and beyond. MCP is free, high-performing, and open to all Milwaukee families. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to enroll or get involved. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Oh, look at Will trying to be down with us.
I feel you, Will.
I love them beats. You're checking out Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. Bailey Coleman, Damian LZ here with you. And so, Dame.
Yeah.
Okay, for those of you that were listening, our last caller and our last commenter on the True Talker text line, we're talking about this thing having to do with Iran called Stargate.
Listen.
I was like, I don't know what Stargate. Will, do you know what Stargate is? No, Will says he has no idea. So
We Googled it.
So, what's Stargate?
Iran holds Stargate 10, a pre-fall energetic portal that could change Earth number 39's future by anchoring internal life energy into Mother Earth. I'm going to stop there.
It's a portal?
Yeah.
Is it a time continuum you could walk through and be in like 1862 or something? I mean, what is this?
We're in the age of conspiracies coming true.
Okay.
And the conspiracies being found to be true.
I mean.
But I don't know about that one.
I mean, all over there. In that area, that's where Jesus,
the other one
was. So
the other caller gave the plot to Indiana Jones real quick, didn't he, Will? For the most part. So, I feel
Indiana
y'all.
Jones.
Listen, I feel y'all because I'm a conspiracy theorist myself.
Okay.
I am an admitted conspiracy theorist.
When he was talking about getting the jewels, there's some jewels over there or something. Oh, I remember Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
I remember what was that? The Temple of Doom or something? You
like
go
that.
over there and
the
you
Nazis
get
got this and got that. And
okay.
They were looking for this and that, and
right.
it was okay. Listen, I'm a conspiracy theorist myself, but sometimes we have to rein it in, y'all.
You got to dial it back.
As conspiracy theorists, we have to, be mindful of what we're saying. And because right now, though, with the Epstein files, the Trilateral Commission, all this other stuff coming into play,
a
lot of the stuff we talked about 20, 30 years ago is coming to fruition, right?
Right.
But some stuff is, not right now. This ain't the time. As a conspiracy theorist, this ain't the time. We focusing on the fact that Trump is starting another war for whatever reason, and I think the reason is they call it the movie was wagging the dog's tail, or something like that.
Wag the dog.
I wag the dog. I think that's a little bit of what's going on here, and I think he's trying to lay the groundwork for a federalization of elections, which would keep him in office. Because if they lose the midterms, they finna impeach him. He's out of there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He knows that.
Yeah.
So he's fighting for his life. He's gonna do whatever he can, and starting a war to do that, and creating the atmosphere for this to take place is nothing short of what I think they will do.
Yeah. Remember, he got the statute of limitations he's trying to outdo too.
Well, they're gonna get him. They're gonna get him on the stuff he's doing now.
Yeah.
The ICE stuff.
They ain't even gonna worry about the previous.
The ICE stuff, sending the $250 million to Ecuador.
But no.
That's his nest egg
now
there.
remember now, anything he does during this presidency, he can't be.
But they can impeach him for it, and then once
that's
he's
true.
impeached, he ain't president. If they impeach him and they follow through with it, like Bill Clinton was impeached, but it didn't follow through where
they did anything.
Nobody's been impeached where they've been removed from office.
I don't think that they'll do that to him, though. They didn't do it the last time.
I think they'll do it to him this time.
I don't know how they would do it.
My theory, I believe they should. Whether or not they do, I don't know. But I believe this war has a lot. Because like my man Jon Stewart just said, you just bombed them last year.
Right.
And you said you were obliterating their capabilities to have nuclear weapons.
Right.
So what are we doing now?
Exactly.
No, you want to bomb them to create an atmosphere.
This entire administration has been a part of the whole "don't believe your lying eyes," you know.
and a lot of people don't.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've had discussions in the past. I know we talked about it in the break, but I've had discussions with people in the past where it's like, are people stupid enough to not see what's going on here? And unfortunately, people are stupid enough not to see.
Yeah.
You've got people, I don't know what's happening with my timeline on, unfortunately, it's threads. Don't get on me, y'all. I don't know what's happening with my thread, but I'm getting all of these Trump supporters on my timeline, and I don't know if they pressed the button, because this is not my algorithm. And I don't know if they pressed the button to force this down, but this is not stuff. I don't ever see stuff like this. I don't like stuff like this.
Yeah.
I don't spend any time looking at things like this, but I'm getting all of this. This is why Trump is doing it, and we got to support this, and I'm like, oh, they flipped the switch.
Yeah, they did, because you know what? Even on like the texting stuff, I'm getting all kinds of Trump supportive texts, like, go on and give us some money for this and for that. I'm like, I don't even know y'all.
Yeah.
I don't even know y'all like that.
I had Newt Gingrich hit me up the other day.
Wow.
Newt hit me up.
Newt hit you up?
Well, I didn't know Newt was still alive.
Oh,
but
man.
Newt hit me up and said, hey, we're supporting Trump.
Yeah.
Give us some money.
No.
Newt, if you don't get your ass off my line. And I'm like,
you got Newt. I got J.D. Vance.
Oh, that's worse.
I got a text from him talking about we need to support this.
Or maybe they think I'm old, so they gave me Newt and they gave you J.D.
Hey,
they gave you young.
Yeah,
you
there it is.
Or whatever. But I'm saying something has happened. The switch has been flipped. And I don't know, Truth Nation, let me ask y'all this, and maybe we can make this the question as we go into the break.
On our YouTube? Our YouTube question of the day?
If you were in Congress, would you vote for the war? Would you vote?
That's a good one. Would you vote?
Because that's what's going to happen
for the war.
Because they're going to have a vote about it, right?
Yes.
And Congress is trying to push through something about limiting the powers of the president to start wars like this.
Right.
And so if you were in Congress, how would you vote for that? You know, because they done flipped the switch on us. My algorithms is crazy. They trying to influence us crazy. Yeah,
they are.
And they're trying to influence public opinion.
Yeah.
And influencing public opinion, they want you to influence your legislator to have them go out. Because, listen, there's no reason Newt should be on my line.
There's no reason J.D. Vance should be on mine.
The things I say on air, the things I say via text, the things I say on the internet.
Both of us on the internet.
There's no reason for Newt to be on my line.
Exactly. Okay, so look. All of this is just craziness. But when we realize that, I really think that Israel had a whole lot to do with this war situation. And they've teamed up. You know, the U.S. and Israel have teamed up to go against Iran. Well, guess what? What I don't like about this is how they don't give people enough time. Like, if Americans are over there, they don't give them enough time to leave if something's going on or something's about to go down. So we have somebody from Milwaukee that is stuck over there. And do we have time to do that? Okay, so we're going to play the clip because she's going to tell us what it's like over there.
Amid the strikes and Tehran's retaliatory strikes, people are rushing to take cover across the Middle East. One of those people is a Milwaukee nurse who is currently visiting Israel. Our Mia Bearden has more on what she is seeing and hearing now in Tel Aviv.
Milwaukee nurse Heather Birkin went to Israel for what was supposed to be a meaningful trip, time with friends, and completing a half marathon near Tel Aviv.
The first week that I was here was fine, smooth sailing. You know, there was talk about things with Iran, but, you know, nothing ever came to fruition.
Then Saturday morning, her phone sounded an alert.
It was like a pre-warning that like something had started.
Soon after, another alert warned of incoming missiles, telling her to shelter in place. She and her friend headed straight for the bomb shelter inside her friend's apartment.
A lot going to Tel Aviv area because it's the most dense populated area.
She says she can hear the Iranian missiles coming in and the Israeli defense systems intercepting them overhead.
These missiles are larger and can do more damage. And so you can hear when the defensive missile will hit. So you can kind of hear the swoosh in the air. Like you could count down to 10 seconds and then you would hear the explosion.
Even when interceptions happen in the sky, there's still fallout.
There's been some shrapnel, but it is weird because you do hear a loud boom, and we've had a couple of those close to us.
She says they've learned quickly how to brace for the blasts.
Before you go in the shelter, we open the windows back up. So if there's that type of reverberation.
She's also witnessing the impact on families around her.
Sometimes you see the parents and they're running with the little kids.
She was supposed to fly home, but is now stuck in Tel Aviv. She says her job has been understanding.
And this is a world military crisis that as long as they're understanding that I'm stuck here for a little bit, I'm just going to ride it out.
In Milwaukee, Mia Bearden, CBS 58 News.
And that, of course, courtesy of our friends at CBS 58. We'll be back with more. Yeah, thank you so much, Will. We'll be back with more, and it's another one, Dame. Another grand opening.
Let them tell it we got a war zone here, too.
Okay. Another grand opening. Hopefully not a grand closing. We'll talk more after the break. You're checking out Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
I got money now.
Thank you, Milwaukee. Because of you, the second annual Truth Community Awards was an unforgettable celebration of the leaders, changemakers, and heroes who make our city shine. A special thank you to our incredible partners, Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Together, we're celebrating community, culture, and impact. We'll see you next year at the Truth Community Awards.
Did you know that for 80 years, Paralyzed Veterans of America has been a lifeline for our nation's veterans with spinal cord injuries and diseases like MS and ALS, and all people with disabilities? In just the last 12 months, PVA has funded research of the first non-addictive pain medication in over a decade, partnered with an award-winning sports anchor to fight for accessible medical care for women veterans, ensured all women with disabilities feel seen and empowered with help from a top cosmetic company. And that doesn't even include what PVA have done over the last 80 years, like secured the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act, pioneered wheelchair basketball, helped design iconic landmarks, made the DC Metro a model transit system, and wrote and distributed resources in over 60 countries in 4 languages. None of this would be possible without your help. Every breakthrough, every battle won, and every life impacted is driven by you. Visit PVA.org to learn more.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Check it out one time.
Always making me smile. 1017 The Truth of the Morning. My God, Damian LZ, Bailey Coleman with you. Dame.
MC Dame LZ in the building.
There it is. He had to get that out this morning, didn't he, Will? Yeah, Will knows.
She kept saying my name for me, Will. I had to say my own name. MC Dame LZ in the building. Powerful. With the energy.
With that powerful.
With that energy. Powerful. Hey, shout out to Will D9, Lori Patterson, Stacy Smitter always up with us, Tracy Hayes, Nicole, yeah. 749 Nicole Gribnow. So I had to read it,
Yeah.
I read, so sometimes I mess up.
Yeah, it's okay.
46 powerful, power fled dragoness fist. Ronald Watts. Reggie 17G.
What?
Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Will, what?
We love you and appreciate you all. Thank you for listening.
Well, I know it's only been a short amount of time, but what's our YouTube numbers? What's the vote on our question?
So the question was, if you were in Congress, would you vote in favor of the war? We have 93% no, and that leaves 7% yes.
That is
wow.
That's crazy.
Because I want to know who the 7% are.
Yeah, but that's an overwhelming amount of votes towards no.
No.
So again,
yeah,
that's why they flipped the switch.
Yeah,
and they gonna flood you. And let's be listen, y'all. In Israel, they do this thing, and in some of these other countries, they do this thing where they could take over your internet. And they can influence you.
Iran, the internet is just totally shut down.
It's off, right?
Yeah.
They want to have that power here in America. And I've seen things where other countries have told America, you're going to need those powers in situations like this where you don't want the opposing views to come in. And so in this situation, they're going to influence your views
or attempt to,
and hit you with the propaganda in any way they can. So that's why I'm getting texts from Newt. You getting texts from Vance.
Yeah.
I'm getting all of these people on my timeline that typically I wouldn't have, because they're trying to influence and shove that propaganda on you. And y'all just got to be diligent and be woke, dare I say.
Woke
to what's going on, and stay out the bushes. That's a shout out to Jesse, that's came from Jesse.
Jesse Jackson.
Jesse was like, stay out the bushes. And by that I mean y'all gotta just stay away from all of that stuff and keep your mind free. Keep yourself
Back then
open.
he was talking about the Bush family.
Bushes, but,
And you know what? Because our phones are right here by us, we gonna get more.
They listen.
They
I
listen.
cut off my series, but they still listen.
We gonna get more and more texts from them. Yes, we're gonna get bombarded. Yes,
we're gonna be like, hey man, you ain't hit me back.
Exactly. Okay, so look, we were talking about it just a few minutes ago. You know, a lot of times here in Milwaukee, when things are new, there's this big grand opening, then there's a shooting outside, then there's this big grand closing.
Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't happen with the new venue downtown, Landmark Live venue down here.
Yeah.
Near the Deer District, right down the street from us.
Just opened. It was the first night it was open.
It was the first night it was open, and a man was shot and killed outside.
A woman was shot.
Oh, okay.
47-year-old woman was shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My story's wrong, but okay. Was shot and killed outside Landmark Live entertainment venue in the Deer District area. Police are investigating and seeking leads. Authorities say the incident remains under review and are asking for any witnesses to come forward. There was a lot going on that night down here as well, because we right down the street.
Yeah, they had the Boss D-Lo. That was the first show at the Landmark. And for those who don't understand, who don't come downtown a lot, because there's a lot of us that don't.
Right.
The Landmark Live is this new venue that they built adjacent to the Fiserv, where they can hold. It's a 4,000-seat arena.
Yeah.
And they can hold smaller concerts.
Right.
That would typically, unfortunately, shout out to the people at the rave, would be at the rave or some of these other Turner places. So it's to compete with those people.
Right.
And Friday, they're going to connect it. They may not connect it to the concert venue, but a woman was shot. And there's video on the internet, and I didn't send it to Will because I'm like, I don't like looking at stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's video of this woman. Apparently there was a car accident.
Okay.
And I don't know if the woman was in a Jaguar, but the woman is in a Jaguar and the man is in something else. And there's a car accident. He bumps into her. Then they get into it. He busts her window.
Oh, wow.
And from what I understand, and from the reports that I've read over the internet, and so she ups the strap, but doesn't use it, and allows whomever to get to their strap, and they shoot her.
Wow.
And you can hear her on the video. They don't show the actual death, but you can hear her on the video talking about, this is a Jaguar, and who's going to pay for this Jaguar, and this, that, and the other, right? And then he shoots her.
Wow.
And I don't know if he's in custody. I don't believe he's in custody or not, because they're asking for help in anybody knows any information about it. So you got all these cameras.
Did you see him on the video?
You don't see him on the video.
You don't see him on the video.
You just see her. They're focusing on her on the video.
Okay.
So you just see her from the video that I saw. There may be different angles. It always comes out with different angles. And I saw online somebody was saying something, and I kind of agree with what they were saying. Is like, everybody's got their cameras out.
Yeah.
And everybody's taking pictures.
But nobody's trying to stop.
But nobody's intervening.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying, hey, you calm down. You calm down before this goes too far. Okay, he broke your window. Baby, you need to chill. You don't want to lose your life over a window. And you tell him you don't want to go to jail.
Right.
Over a car accident.
Now there's 2 lives lost.
Now there's 2 lives lost. Somebody's dead and somebody's going to go to jail forever.
Yeah.
But I always wonder that about when people are videotaping or recording things. Is like, why didn't you Instead of trying to go viral, instead of trying to get, those likes and stuff, why didn't you step up? Why didn't you say something in that moment, and maybe you could have prevented something? They would have listened. I'm minding my business. I'm doing. I get you.
Yeah.
But before the guns is out,
right?
Somebody could have stepped.
Right. But with him busting out her window like that, it went from 0 to 100 already.
It probably did.
And it probably was like, he got a baseball bat. I ain't trying to.
I don't know what it was. I'm just saying what I read.
I understand.
Online.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying now. I mean, you have to think, if you in the situation, would you intervene? That's kind of scary. But I don't know if I would be taking video footage of it either.
I probably would have. Because I've done that before.
Yeah, you stepped
in situations where I'm driving down. One time I'm driving down Atkinson. I used to live on 29th and Roosevelt, which is only a couple blocks from 29th and Atkinson. So I'm actually a block. So I'm driving down Atkinson. I got my daughters in the car, and some little girls is in the street fighting, right? Though they're about to start fighting.
Okay.
They got hammers in their hands.
Oh, my gosh.
So I parked the car, and my daughters have seen me do this before. I parked the car, I get out, I got my hands raised, I'm walking up to them, and I'm like, look, you got a hammer, somebody gonna die, and somebody gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
So which one of y'all wanna die, and which one of y'all wanna go to jail?
Right.
And so then they start calming down, they start thinking about it. I think they put the hammer. The fight may have occurred still, but they put the hammers down.
Okay.
So they still fought, but they was like, I ain't going to jail for this fight.
Right.
So they put the hammers down, and they just had to fight, and I got in the car and drove off. At that point, I was like, okay, I did what needed to be done.
Right.
And I've done it before on Sherman. A white boy was getting whooped up on a hill on Sherman. I got out the car. I told the brother, you going to go to jail for the rest of your life if you continue this. He stole my money, and he did. You going to go to jail for I don't never touch him or nothing.
Yeah.
You're going to go to jail for the rest of your life.
Wow.
If you continue to do what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Because this Milwaukee, you're not going to get away with it.
Nah. Because if you, look.
You're going to go to jail for the rest of your life.
Especially if you black, you don't want to be before no judge for no situation.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And it wasn't because I'm not like on some Green Mountain, oh Lord, help this brother. He gonna go to jail. No.
You're not on a Green Mile.
I was just saying in that moment, brother, this not worth it.
It's not worth it.
You're gonna go to jail for the rest of your life. This is Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Most segregated city in the country.
Yes.
What you think gonna happen to you?
Exactly.
If you beat this white boy to death on this hill,
right?
On Hampton,
right?
In Sherman, what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen? Yep.
And I just wish somebody would have said something in the moment
to you, or at
that time.
At that time,
at what just happened here. Then somebody would be alive, and then somebody else wouldn't be on the run.
Exactly. But you know what? I tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. For me, as a single woman, I would not, unless I knew the people involved, I probably would not have intervened at all. I'd have kept, if I was behind the accident, I probably would have just scooted my way around, said a little prayer, and kept it pushing, because that bullet ain't got no name on it.
Well, yeah. If once people pull out guns, it's different.
Yeah.
I haven't.
That bullet didn't have nobody's name on it. Well,
when I see guns, when I do those, when I jump out and I try to stop fights, once I see pistols, and big guns,
big guns.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen. It was a situation down the block from my house. Some girls were fighting.
Yeah.
And they fighting all up in people's bushes and stuff like that. I'm trying to break it up. They not listening. So I'm just like keeping everybody like, hey, y'all, this ain't worth it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Then some dudes show up with pistols and big rifles. And I'm like, bro, you showed up to some girls fighting.
Yeah.
With guns. You gonna go to jail for the rest of your life over some girls fighting?
Yeah.
That's what's happening?
Yeah.
Chill out, OG. They don't know. Bro, listen to me. That's what you finna do? Put the guns away. Put it away, bro. You gonna come here and help, whatever. Put the guns away first, though.
Yeah.
He ain't listen. I bounced.
Yeah.
I'm not finna stay and risk my life now.
Right.
I said what I had to say. I did my piece.
Yeah.
You don't want to put the gun away? I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I got babies I got to raise.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to the guns coming out, somebody maybe could have said something.
Yeah. We'll be back with more It's Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. When we come back, there's dirty politics going on, dang. Some dirty politics, and we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Maybe even some weed. Coming up next, Truth in the Morning, 101.7 The Truth.
Thank you, Milwaukee. Because of you, the second annual Truth Community Awards was an unforgettable celebration of the leaders, changemakers, and heroes who make our city shine. A special thank you to our incredible partners, Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Together, we're celebrating community, culture, and impact. We'll see you next year at the Truth Community Awards.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. Bailey Coleman and my guy,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
So, Dame, we got some dirty politics going on. What's going on with your people?
There's always some dirty politics. Politics ain't never clean.
One Milwaukee state lawmaker is charged after allegedly threatening to leak information about a fellow lawmaker. There's no honor among thieves.
And this is Sylvia Ortiz Velez, who can't stay out of trouble, apparently, because she was just in trouble for, saying she was going to bring the strap up to the...
What?
Yeah, she was like, I'm going to bring my gun up here or something. So she can't stay out of trouble.
What?
She might be a little off. I don't know her, and if you know her, I'm sorry, but she might be a little off.
Well, she was charged with misdemeanor disorderly conduct for threatening to disclose negative information about a colleague or over a legislative dispute. Prosecutors say the feud stemmed from disagreements over a joint resolution, and she faces up to 90 days in jail if convicted. So was she going to serve her constituents in jail?
If she get convicted of something, she going to get taken out of office. If it's a felony, what is it?
It's a misdemeanor.
It's a misdemeanor. Oh, she could still serve. But I don't know. I don't know. You get 90 days, you probably get a misdemeanor, you get a fine or something, and you just pay the fine. So you probably wouldn't go to jail unless she chose to go to jail. But she's in a lot of...
Here's the Capricorn in me.
Okay, say what you got to say.
So what was the information you was about to drop? Is it important?
Let us know that. I want to know the info.
I want to know the intel, and then we'll judge from there whether or not you need to even do this 90 days. Let's go.
I'm a little nosy, so I want to know.
I'm just saying.
What's the tea?
What's the tea? And who was you gonna drop it on?
Right. That's
the part.
She's probably a great person to be around. Cause she sounds like a loose cannon.
Yeah.
She probably is a good time. She's talking about shooting people. She's talking about dropping coveted information. Until it's a good time until it ain't. Ain't that how it go? Ain't that how it always go?
No.
It's a good time until it ain't.
Yeah, but no, because if she a loose cannon, you definitely don't never want her to know nothing about you.
Oh, no.
See, that part right there.
I get that. So you okay. I get what you're saying. You don't want her too close to you because then now she knows something about you.
Exactly.
And she's a loose cannon. She can put your business out there too.
Just
so now
like
you gotta always keep that person close.
Exactly.
And they blackmailing you without blackmailing you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you.
Exactly.
That's the type of person that knows something about you, but you know they got a big mouth.
Yeah.
So you gotta treat anytime they ask you for something, you gotta treat them well.
Exactly.
Oh, there's they haven't said they gonna do that. But there's a likelihood that they might do that.
That part.
So you gotta keep them close.
Gotta keep them close.
Sound like Sylvia might be that type of person.
But then you don't want to keep them that close. You know what I mean? Because
you don't let them get close at all, like you just said.
Yeah, you gotta keep them in. You just gotta keep in. You gotta see it. They
but
gotta be in.
sometimes you don't find out they like that until it's too late.
Yeah.
But with Sylvia, we know. So anybody that makes friends with Sylvia after this point, you know what you're getting into.
You know what you're getting into.
Because I've had people like people have been friends, like I know closely, and then they make friends with somebody, and I kind of know that person a little bit, and it'd be like the Biggie Tupac. I'd be like, hey man, I know them people. they run a little different. Watch yourself with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They be hard headed and don't listen.
Right.
And then something comes back, and you find out, hey, they done told my business, and they did this, or they done robbed me, or they did something, right? And you're like, I told you so.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta listen to people, and when somebody tells you something about Sylvia, you better listen. It's in the paper because Sylvia done already threatened to shoot up somebody, bring her gun up to the workplace like Gilbert Arenas for somebody, and now she got coveted information that she's willing to release to the media on somebody.
I just wonder. I mean, who voted for her? And did they know about her before they voted for her?
Listen, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They might not have known all of this, and it was too late.
It was, yeah.
But then again, it's like, okay, who voted for her? But damn, what the other person was like?
Right.
That lost.
Yeah.
Because this is not normal stuff. I've been in politics for 20 years. This is not normal.
Not normal
activity.
at
And maybe
all.
the Republicans, because she's a Democrat, so maybe the Republicans are on her.
Oh, and she's a Democrat?
Maybe they on her a little bit, and they
gosh.
trying to air her out because she might be very outspoken and stuff like that. But even in being very outspoken, some things you don't say. One of them is you don't say, I'm going to send some stuff to the news on you. And the other one is you don't say, I'm going to bring up.
You know what?
I'm going to bring the chopper up here.
Most politicians just do it, right?
Yeah.
They just drop the T. They just release it, somehow it finds its way to a media outlet, and nobody knows how it got there or whatever.
She watching too much. What was that TV show that came on Netflix about politics, about the woman, the husband that was the president, and his wife, and them teaming up, and whatever that show was? She's watching too much of that. too much political TV is being watched by her, and she thinks that's how this game works, but that's really not.
Too much political scandal.
Yeah, scandal.
Oh, that's what it was. Scandal.
Just scandal. I could have said scandal. I don't know why I went to the other one. Will, I don't know why I went to the other one, but I could have just said scandal.
Yeah.
Scandal could have been enough.
Yeah,
you know?
Scandal. So, I mean, what's the worst political situation you've seen like that? Who's the worst? Who's one of the worst politicians you've seen?
Oh, that get in somebody's face and talk crazy? I don't know.
Or do you not want to name anybody?
I'm not gonna name nobody, but I've seen some things. I've done some things. There's just okay. Let me just tell my story.
Okay.
And I'll just keep it at that.
Okay.
I made somebody cry before.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately. And the way that it went off, we had a meeting and I went off. And I've been known to go off. So that's why when people talk about Mark going off, Alderman Chambers, I'm like, that happens in politics.
Yeah.
And they made a big deal about that, and people probably thought I was going to say that, but no, that's light. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went off and left the person crying. It was another man, and so I didn't. It was a little different from Mark's situation, but in those moments, you heated.
Yeah.
You're fighting for something. You're going for something. You're trying to protect something.
Yeah.
You're whatever the case may be, and you're in a position where nobody can really touch you because you've been elected by the people. And in this case, you know, my boss had been elected by the people and I worked for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm safe as long as he's safe. And so I'm going to say what I need to say.
Yeah.
And when that happens, sometimes feelings get hurt.
Right.
But I ain't never said I'm going to bring the chopper up to the work, though. I ain't never said I'm going to drop some jewels. I'm going to call the media on you. I've had people say that type of, allude to type of things like that to me. Mm-hmm. But I've never said that. It's just some things you don't do.
Yeah, there is some things you don't do. Hey, we're going to go to the True Talk and text line. Al has a few comments for us about the Iran war. So, Al, good morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning. Bailey and Damien here. What's your truth this morning?
Well, my truth is that this war we should not be having because if I'm not mistaken, it was his words that said people who join the military are suckers and losers and there's no benefit.
Say it again.
But my question is, since they're suckers, losers, benefits, is he going to send them ICE agents over there? And these so-called Republicans who voted for it, are they ready for their babies to go up over there? Because I don't understand how we got all this stuff going on and we're not taking care of home and we in everybody else's business. And I know a lot of these Republicans is very tight-lipped. So my question is are they ready for their kids to come home in body bags so they can be maggot food when they rest 6 feet under? Because I know they always the first one on the bench, he raising all this hell, but when it comes to a little boy being molested and raped, y'all don't got nothing to say. That's why don't nobody have no respect for y'all. So my question is to you Republicans, are you ready for your babies to come back as maggot food since you voted for it? Because you love standing behind your kin folks, and you get very silent when it comes to little boys and little girls being molested. But Bailey and Dame, I think that's because, see, Mama didn't raise them right, okay? And Daddy didn't keep his foot in their ass because he was too busy with his penis and his daughter. That's why.
Will jumped on you right there. Will had enough. And
Al, come on, Al. We gotta,
We apologize for that, Al. You can call back tomorrow. But listen, Al ain't wrong.
He ain't wrong.
To go back to the Iran issue, if the legislators that were voting for this had to bring their own. If you in voting for this knew that your next of kin would have to go to war, would you still vote? Yes. It's easy to vote yes when you know your kids are not the ones that are going to fight this war.
Exactly.
And as senators and as these elite class of people, as Congress people and stuff like that who are entering into that elite class of people, they figure they can get their kids out of this stuff.
Yeah.
So no, you automatically, if you sign up for this, just know Billy going to war too. He's on the first. He's on the first plane there to sign up. Yeah. And that should be. And I'm sure someplace in our history, there's been countries that have done that. I know in Greece and stuff like that, they probably did stuff like that. But yeah, you wanna okay this war?
Yeah. There we go.
Your kid's going too.
All right. We got more coming your way. It's Truth in the Morning with Bailey Coleman, Damian LZ on 101.7 The Truth.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Hey, Truth Nation, it's your girl DT. You want to mark your calendar Saturday, March 28th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Cream City and Milwaukee chapters of the Links Incorporated present the Black Family Wellness Expo at Evolve Church. Free health screenings, mental health resources, nutrition and wellness education, family-friendly activities, trusted community providers, no cost, walk-ins are welcome. Let's strengthen and sustain healthy Black families together. March 28th, Evolve Church. Be there.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
Southbound 43 backing up from just before Capitol Drive down past Locust. Westbound 94, that's got some backups from 27th Street all the way past Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound slowing down just before 84th Street to 68th, and then back on the brakes coming out of the stadium to 35th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, a high of 39. Tonight, increasing clouds, lows of 30. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
It's another great Monday, Dame.
Yes, we are in the building. I got my man Sip 46.
Well, hold on. You're checking out 101.7 The Truth in the Morning. Now, there you go. Yeah, okay. There you go.
I got my man Sip 46. Shut up, Will. I got my man Sip 46 Because I wanted to get to this comment. He said, I'm Black American. We still haven't won our war. So I guess the question is, since Al brought it back up, we can't get away from it. I guess, if asked, would you go to war for America? If asked, would you send?
First of all, I ain't gonna axe nothing. I have no axe in my arsenal, but asked.
Don't be one of them people.
Oh, that is my. Let me tell you something. That's the wrong word.
Listen,
that is my word right there. I cannot.
You know what the hell I meant. And if I said,
ask. Ask.
Just because I didn't.
If I was asked,
it's the same.
No.
The question. You know what I'm. Just because I didn't go at the end.
Dame, I know you.
I didn't go.
No.
Come on, met you.
No, you said ax.
Listen,
AX.
If I was on the phone with you, I'd hang up on you. But
I'm teaching you radio live on the air. Ladies and gentlemen,
right now,
he's having a radio moment.
Listen,
okay.
I got my eyes closed on baby. I don't even want to see her face. Sip 46 again said, I'm Black American. We still haven't won our war. So I'm saying the question is, as Black Americans, would you go to war for America?
Well, there are.
Is this your war?
If it were me?
Yeah, if it was you. If you were 25. Not saying that you above 25. I ain't calling you old. But I kind of am because you was just on my ass about ass. So that was my pettiness. You saw that?
That was real petty.
I ain't saying you old. But let's just wind the clock back and say you was 25.
I'm not quite yet. Hold on. I'm not quite yet seasoned, but I ain't 25 either.
Let's say you was 25 and you were eligible for a war. Because right now you're not. But if you were, would you go to war?
No, absolutely not.
Would you?
And I totally lean on the fact that I am female and didn't have to sign up for the draft or whatever.
Will, let me ask you.
Will would go.
Would you go to war right now?
Will would go. Will would go to war.
I mean, do I have a choice?
You got a choice.
Like, if there was a draft,
it's not a draft.
Not a draft. If I had a choice, I mean, I'd probably do what I could to not go to war as long as possible.
Absolutely.
I'd rather not die. I don't know if that's a crazy thing to say.
I'd rather not. Put my life on the line,
or at least die that way.
See, I'm a follower though. Like, if everyone else started doing it, I'd be like, I gotta do it now. I feel guilty.
At least
if everyone else goes and I don't go, I'd probably feel bad.
You'd be like,
as your friend,
I'd get lonely.
As your friend, Will, I'd be like, or coworker, teammate. I'd say, Will, don't do it. Don't feel what everybody else feels. Let them feel what they're gonna feel, and you just do you. Stay in your lane.
You'd be like Captain America because he couldn't go at first to war. You've seen the movies, obviously.
Are you saying I'm small?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you'd be like that, and that you would be like, I want to go to war too and fight with Bucky and them. That's what you would be like.
With Bucky and them.
Listen, y'all, I ain't never going to war for America.
Oh, there it is.
I don't care what it is. I'm not doing it. I just can't do it.
Would you allow any of your daughters to do it?
Hell no.
But see, say they're adults. I mean, come on.
You could do it. You make your own decisions, right?
Right.
But I'm not supporting that. I'm not going to be unsupportive either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you. I understand.
There's a difference. I'm not going to be talking crazy about you, and every time you come home, I'm
listen,
trying to radicalize you against the army. No, I'm not going to do that. It's your decision. But I'm not going to support it. Listen, y'all.
I wouldn't do my son. I'd be like, I was upset because, when he graduated, there was still that they had to automatically sign up. Even though my son was in ROTC. But they had to automatically sign up for, the service. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't even want them to know your name.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be like, nah, we got relatives in Canada. We finna ship you off.
Listen, and it would be different, and I'm going to say this, it would be different if I felt like those in power and those that are in the elite class throughout the world and throughout this country sent their kids off to war.
Right. They didn't
if
do
everybody was going, their kids was going, but you're not going to use my kids to fight your war for oil, to fight your war to
enrich yourself,
to distract. to enriching yourself.
Yes.
And we still poor. You're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We've already been through that.
Yeah.
World War II.
Yeah.
With all the black soldiers that went and fought.
Mm-hmm.
The Revolutionary War with all the black soldiers that fought.
Yeah.
We've already done that. We've already been down that road when we came back from war and we couldn't get the Homestead Act and we couldn't get the houses and we couldn't get the schooling that they promised us and all of this stuff because the racism then showed back up.
Right.
But I done put my life on the line for this country. We've already done that.
Right.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
You fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah.
Fool me once, fool me twice, can't be fooled again.
Can't be
George Bush voice. But all I'm saying is, no. I just, if America was different, maybe. And if the war was a war of where I didn't feel like it was just to enrich someone, then maybe.
Mm-hmm.
World War II was different. That wasn't a war to enrich someone.
Right.
That was, and people always focus and go back to that war like, oh, people were willing to fight then. Well, you fighting the Nazis.
Right.
Who are cooking people in ovens. They saying racist stuff to Jesse Owens at the Olympics. They are evil.
Right.
There's no way about it. They are completely evil. Now, some people say, some of these people right now are evil like that. I get that. They're committing genocides. They're doing things like that. I get that. But it ain't to the level of what we knew was happening then. So that really was a war of, you didn't have to propagandize that one.
Right.
There was no Uncle Sam. It was like, the Nazis is over here doing this, y'all. What y'all gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, right? We don't have that. Iran ain't the Nazis,
Right.
Venezuela ain't do nothing to me.
Right.
And speaking like Muhammad Ali, them Viet Cong ain't did nothing to me. Why am I going over there?
Right.
Send your kids over there because you the ones that's gonna get rich from it.
Right.
That's all I feel.
Yeah. I wouldn't. There's no way. I wouldn't send anybody, any relative, nothing for no, Dude, what was his name that made the comment on the True Talk text line? Or that's on the YouTube, right?
Sip 46.
Sip 46 said that. No, Sip, I agree with Sip.
Yeah.
I ain't sending nobody over there for no nothing.
Let's see if you agree with this. RC Creation Muse 2023 said, Axe is our native tongue coming out. Nothing wrong with axe. Let's see if she agree with that. She ain't gonna agree with you on that one.
I am
She gonna
speaking...
go to war for that ask, for that K on the end of that. She gonna go to war for that.
Ask Kendall's dad.
Now that's something you gonna go to war for, huh? You gonna go to war for that K.
Yes. Hey, you know what? It's time to do a giveaway.
It is.
Oh.
Are y'all ready for this?
One call, that's all.
Truth Nation, now's your chance to be our one call, that's all Gruber 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you can be entered to win $5,000. That's my Bailey Coleman voice, y'all. Courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Be caller number 7. We're going to go with caller number 7 right now at 833-212-1017. And you will be entered in to win $5,000.
That's $5,000, player.
Give away with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, that is caller number 7 at 833-212-1017. Remember, if you or a loved one has been in an injured or in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. $5,000. Pow!
We got more coming your way next. It's Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Parents can expect
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Parents can expect to use 2,500 to 3,000 diapers in a baby's first year. The Milwaukee Diaper Mission has distributed over 1.4 million diapers and other supplies for families just last year alone. This is WTMJ's Kristen Bry. Join me for WTMJ Cares Bowling for Babies, where we will raise funds for Milwaukee Diaper Mission. You can be part of it. Text BABY to the WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620, to support our WTMJ Cares effort.
Hey y'all, it's 1017 The Truth's Rhea Riley for Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments, including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Bailey Coleman and Damian LZ guiding you through your morning on Truth in the Morning. Hey, do we have our qualifier's name?
Terrence, congratulations to Terrence.
Ah.
Shout out to Terrence. Calling number 7.
Shout out, Terrence.
You might get $5,000.
And if you do, and if you do, we may call you. And if that happens,
you better answer the phone.
You better answer the phone.
Don't be like them people that Dr. Ken was calling. Nobody answered the phone the first
They
3
wasn't
times.
answering the phone?
The first 2 times, they didn't answer the phone.
Oh, my gosh.
And he was like, I guess they don't want this money.
Man.
They didn't want that money.
I would have answered the phone right away.
You know, if you don't know it's coming, you gotta make sure you keep listening so you know when they gonna call you.
Exactly.
You just can't be signed in and then you don't, you forget about it. That ain't happening. Anyway.
Well, you know what might be happening?
What's that?
They're doing it again. 47 Wisconsin lawmakers filed a bill to legalize marijuana.
A bipartisan group of 47 Wisconsin legislators. At first, I thought it was just, the Democrats.
But they're not just trying to legalize marijuana. They're trying to regulate the market, as many states have done. And then they're going to expunge past marijuana convictions. So that means if you were in jail for carrying around some Mary Jane or you were or whatever, you could get out. There's a possibility of that.
If you have it on, because a lot of people got it on their record.
Yeah.
And I know some people who have that on their record and have tried to get them expunged and going through that process, right? So I'm all for that. Then you can have that off your record because it's still, that F still holds a lot of people back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't really get somebody, keep an F on somebody's report card and you have legalized the stuff.
Yeah.
And that would be bringing Wisconsin up to where I think it needs to be, because that would make Wisconsin the 25th state that have done it.
Yeah.
And, like I was saying Friday, we so far behind a lot of times that because the discussion Friday was about weed and people smelling like weed in the courtroom and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And,
the judge was mad.
The judge was mad. And I understand you probably don't want to go to court smelling like weed, but once we have to realize weed is legal in half the country.
Yeah.
And so, although it's illegal here, so is jaywalking.
Yeah.
But, it's to the point now where jaywalking is like, okay, I'm not finna the police ain't finna jump out their car if they see you jaywalking or crossing the street outside of the crosswalk. They're not going to do that. And I think weed has reached that point where police, it has to be some type of egregious violation for them to arrest you and mess with you if they just not trying to mess with you, right?
Right.
Because you got to have so much on you anyway for it to be to that point anyway. So I just think, we may be coming into, the present with this. Because and then think they're not doing it though just for the weed smokers. They're doing it because they're gonna tax it like crazy.
Yeah, they are.
They're gonna.
But that's what they're doing in other states. That's what they do. That's how they do it, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
That's exactly what it's about.
I mean, it'll be for adult use. Of course, that's how they're going to position it. Medical marijuana, that's how it always starts, right? Mm-hmm. And then they're going to establish a regulated market and expunge certain prior convictions. And the proposal will also allow adults 21 and over to possess and grow cannabis, plus regulate intoxicating hemp products statewide. I mean, they already have a bunch of hemp stuff out here, right? And CBD stuff, CBD drinks and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, for a lot of people, it's like, why not?
Listen, they saying you can have 2.5 ounces in public. That's a lot of weed to have in public.
It is.
Personal use.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot of weed. That might have to be adjusted. But, and they're saying that people, if you have it for
So right now, where it's not legal, you can have 2.5?
No, you can have, when it's legal, you'll be able to have 2.5 ounces. Right now, you can only have like, a quart or something, and then they'll be like, okay, you straight. They might just take it and give you.
You know all the lingo, don't you? A quo? A quo? Is that what it is? A quo?
Listen, I don't know if they even say that no more. They do it now in grams. They be like, I'm old school. I'll quo half ounce. OZs. I'm old school. Now they do it in different languages.
I got you.
But, people smoke the weed for cancer, PTSD, HIV, AIDS, Crohn's disease, ALS, and other debilitating illnesses. So they're saying, you'll be able to freely be able to get that. And I know people that do that.
I'm talking to you like I'm not from Seattle.
Yeah, it's already. You know what? I'm glad you're here.
Like I don't have a relative that could possibly own a weed shop.
Listen. Why are you acting like that? Listen, I forgot she's from. Now, the question we had Friday was, people in these states where it's legal, do they deal with the smell of weed? Remember that was the question?
Yeah.
Bailey's from Seattle. So let's ask Bailey. Bailey.
Yes.
When you're home in Seattle.
Yes.
And weed is legal.
And weed is legal.
Do you deal with the smell of weed in public spaces? Is that an issue there?
Not so much as it is here.
Okay.
See, they know how to spray a little bit.
They do more to cover it up.
They do more. Yeah.
And because it is legal, they want to keep it legal, and they don't want to offend people.
Exactly. So they do a little bit more, and they might air out a little bit more before they come in. They ain't really, you don't find too many people out in the car trying to hotbox before they go in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a little bit more, they're further along with it. It's been years. So it's a different sort of, But you do occasionally come upon people that smell a little weedish. Yeah, you do.
But because it's legal, it's not as offensive, right?
Yeah, people are kind of like, eh.
So that's my thing. I'm thinking people, because it's illegal, that, you're doing all this illegal stuff and you're smoking weed. But I think she kind of answered our question, right, Will? Because that's what we were saying, is that, and when Sherman was up here with me and Homer, we were saying that because of it being illegal, people are wanting to force it down people's throat that, hey, I'm smoking this weed and I'm out here. Whereas in Seattle, where it is legal, it's like it's nothing no more. I don't need to.
It's like a kid where you tell them not to do something, it's going to make them want to do it 10 times more, right?
Yeah, and they don't care. They want you to think, hey, I'm this,
Yeah.
And they, So, so there it's not so much. But then you don't have people walking around like it's cologne. You know what I mean? You don't tend to have, the people that I'm around there anyway, don't tend to walk around like the weed is their cologne or something like that.
Listen,
now I have gone into people's houses there. Their whole house smell like weed. It's just like a joint, a big old joint. You walk in,
I had a buddy that I grew up with. His father was a respectable person in our community. His father was a great person, still is. But he would get high as hell. And nobody said nothing. He would have his cologne and stuff like that. And he would get high as hell. We would go with him to Chicago and stuff, and he thought we didn't know. And we would travel to Chicago, and he would stop at the parking, the truck stop, and walk behind the trucks, and we were like, yo, the hell they smoking weed? Ain't he think we don't know. He just ain't gonna do it in front of us because we were still in high school, right? But we knew what he was doing,
right?
But he was a functioning person, and so I say a lot of times we have this misconception, and this was Sherman when I was talking about. And Sharon, I did not call you a old man. I heard you. I listened to your show Friday after I left. I didn't call you an old man. That's not what I was saying. I was saying your idea on that one was old.
You just like calling people old. That's what it is. Is that right, Will?
I didn't call you old. I just said you were not of age to be drafted. Ain't that what I said, Will? She wasn't of age.
He did say that.
That's what I said.
He was shady. He was shady, Will.
It was absolutely
being shady.
There.
It was absolutely
he was
shady.
being shady.
It was absolutely shady. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. Right, young buck.
It was definitely shady.
All right, young buck.
But listen, and that's what Sharon and Homer and I were discussing, and I think a lot of times it's the illegal nature of it. So I just think if we make it legal and take that off the table, not only is it going to help us financially as far as taxes and stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's going to change everything.
Already, and I know Sherman's going to talk about it on his show, but people are already smoking. They're already doing it. You know what I'm saying? And if you can regulate the weed that they get and not have the fentanyl on it and all of that stuff, if I can buy it legally, I don't have to worry about that stuff because it's not on there anymore. So
that's true.
It'll help in many different ways. And I don't even smoke weed no more.
No more. But you might return.
I've said in the past, I've smoked a lot of weed in my day.
Okay. Well, you're being truthful, and I appreciate that. That does it for another edition of Truth in the Morning. My guy, Sherwin Hughes, is up next. Dane, what you got?
I got Newt Gingrich, stay off my line. First of all,
JD, get off mine.
Get off my line and unflip the button so my algorithm can go back right.
Okay.
I know y'all want to propagandize me, but flip the button so my algorithm. I want to see some butts and stuff.
Good night. I mean, good day, y'all. Y'all have a great day. You're checking out 101.7 The Truth.
I can't believe I said that.